I don't know why that night stayed with me, but it did. Maybe because nothing about it felt dangerous at first. The road was almost empty, the kind of road where you stop paying attention because you've driven it 100 times before. A young man was riding his bike ahead, relaxed, not racing, just trying to reach home. Behind him, a truck followed at a normal distance, steady and calm, like it had done on countless nights before. Two strangers moving in the same direction, unaware that their lives were about to change in ways neither of them deserved. Everything happened in less than a second. A dog suddenly ran onto the road, appearing out of the darkness like a mistake made by fate itself. The biker reacted the only way a human can in panic. He grabbed the brakes hard. The tires lost grip. The bike slid sideways, and before anyone could even shout, the crash happened. The sound was sharp, final, and it echoed longer than it should have. The truck stopped almost immediately, but stopping doesn't undo what has already happened. When I looked again, the boy wasn't moving, and the silence that followed felt heavier than the noise before it. People gathered quickly, but no one truly understood what they were seeing. There was confusion everywhere. A broken bike, a lifeless body, and a truck standing nearby. That image alone was enough for the story to start changing. The dog was no longer part of the conversation. The suddenness of the accident was forgotten. Human minds need someone to blame, especially when the loss is too big to accept, and that night, blame found an easy place to land. By morning, the family arrived, and watching them broke something inside me. Grief doesn't come quietly. It screams, it accuses, it demands answers that don't exist. The pain in their eyes was raw, uncontrollable, and completely human. In that pain, the truck driver stopped being a person. He became a symbol of their loss. It didn't matter what really happened anymore. What mattered was that their son was gone, and someone had to carry that weight. The truck driver's life fell apart without warning. One night he was doing his job, following the road, thinking about nothing more than reaching his destination. The next moment, he was being looked at like a criminal. Fear followed him into every corner of that courtroom. Not the fear of guilt, but the fear of being punished for something he never did. That kind of fear is quiet, and it eats a person from the inside. Sitting there, watching the courtroom fill with emotion, I realized how dangerous grief can be. Not because it's wrong, but because it's powerful. Pain doesn't wait for facts. It doesn't ask for truth. It only wants relief. And sometimes, relief comes in the form of accusation. The room felt heavy, like everyone was holding their breath, afraid of what the truth might take away from them. When the evidence finally appeared, it didn't feel like a victory. It felt like a wound being reopened. The footage showed the road exactly as it was, the dog running across, the sudden braking, the loss of control, and the crash that happened before the truck ever came close. There was no space left for doubt. What happened was an accident in its purest and cruelest form. No intention. No malice. Just bad timing and worse luck. The hardest part was watching realization settle in. The family wasn't angry anymore. They were empty. Understanding that no one killed their son didn't bring him back. It only took away the place where their anger had been living. The truck driver was cleared, but freedom didn't look like relief on his face. It looked like exhaustion, like someone who survived a storm but lost something in it anyway. When it was all over, I understood that justice doesn't always feel fair, even when it's correct. One life ended on that road. Another almost ended in that courtroom. And neither of them deserved what happened. Accidents don't care about innocence, and truth doesn't always heal the way people expect it to. Sometimes it just leaves you standing there, holding a reality you never wanted. Even now, when I think about that night, I don't remember the noise or the crowd. I remember the silence after everything was explained. That quiet taught me something I wish I never had to learn: not every tragedy has a villain, not every death comes with someone to hate, and not every truth brings peace. Some stories only leave a reminder of how fragile life is, and how one uncontrollable second can change many lives forever.